Hello learners, welcome to this Facebook live session. As per our planning, now it is exactly 4 p.m. So today we will discuss another course of MA education program. That is the course code is MES 016. Course title is Educational Research. And today we are going to discuss the first block of this course. Block title is block 1, that is Perspective of Knowledge. So friends, let me to welcome you all. Let me to introduce first. I, Dr. Niradhar De, faculty member, School of Education, Indira Gandhi National Open University. Welcome you all on my personal behalf, at the same time on behalf of my school, that is School of Education, IGNOU. So friends, as you know, regularly we are discussing different courses that are included in your MA education program. Now we are focusing upon the compulsory courses, the core courses of first year MA education program. We have already discussed the first course, that is MES 011, Understanding Education, and we have also discussed the second course code is MES 012, then the third course MES 013. Then we have also discussed the fourth course MES 014, that is Societal Context of Education, and we have also discussed the fifth course of first year MA education program, that is MES 015. In the last program we have discussed the fifth course, that is Operational Dimensions of Education, and today we are going to discuss the last course of your first year MA education program, that is MES 016. Course title is Educational Research. You see, this course is a very important course because this course is somehow related with your dissertation work. Okay, in the second year of MA education program, you have to do a project, you have to do a research, you have to do a type of dissertation. Okay, and for doing that dissertation, this theoretical course MES 016 Educational Research will help you a lot. First of all, you will understand about the theoretical construct of educational research, how to conduct educational. First of all, what is educational research? What are the scope of educational research? What are the different aspects that you supposed to know for conducting educational research? Then what are the processes? What are the research method and design that you supposed to use for conducting educational research? Then further, how to prepare a synopsis. Then how to, after conducting the study, how to prepare the research report, that is the dissertation report. Okay, so all such important things are there with this course, that is educational research. So that's why this has been kept in the first year, so that you will be acquainted with conducting educational research, and further this knowledge base, the skill that you will acquire from the first year of MA education program, particularly from this course educational research, that will help you further for doing your dissertation course, that is included in the second year of MA education program. So friends, as in my earlier program, I touched upon the general issues, the general you can say outline of this program, a brief outline of this program, because every time what I have observed that new learners are joining with us. So for them, first we will discuss 5 to 10 minutes about different components of this program and how the courses are designed, how the courses are distributed into different years of MA education program. And then after we'll come to our topic, that is our discussion topic, that is block 1, the title or the concept, that is Perspective of Knowledge. What are the different perspective of knowledge which is included in the course MES 016 Educational Research. So friends, now let us go forward to discuss about a brief outline of MA education program. First of all, so far as the eligibility is concerned, a bachelor degree in any discipline with or without a degree in education from a recognized university are eligible to pursue this program. And second, total credit of this program is of 68, and that is further distributed. 34 credits you have to study in the first year, and again 34 credits you have to study in the second year of this program. And so far as duration of this program is concerned, the minimum duration of this program is of 2 years, and maximum duration of this program is of 4 years. You have to complete your program taking a maximum duration of 4 years. Then after 4 years, you will not get any further, you can say, extension. So that's why you have to complete all the components, all the courses of first and second year of this program within the maximum duration of the 4 years. But I will say that you're supposed to complete this program in the minimum duration of the time, that is of 2 years. And so far as the offer of this program is concerned, we offered this program in both the sessions of IGNOU. IGNOU practices 2 sessions in a year, that is in January session and July session. So far as MA education program is concerned, we offered this program in both the sessions, that is in January session and in July session. For July 2021 session, now online admission process is going on. Today is the last date. I don't know whether the date will be further extended. It will come on IGNOU website, but today is the last date for July 2021 session. Let us go forward. Then the medium of instruction of this program is of English. The self-learning material that has been developed in English medium. However, one can write their assignments, term and examination, and dissertation in Hindi medium. Okay, so friends, you will get assignment questions and term and examination questions both in English medium as well as Hindi medium. So it is up to you in which language you are writing your assignment, and at the same time your term and examination also. You will find questions for the term and examination will be in both the medium, will be in both the languages, English as well as Hindi. But learning material you will get in English. At the same time, in the second year, one of the major components, that is the dissertation. So here in dissertation, you have to prepare 2 major things that you have to do in dissertation. You have to prepare a research proposal or a synopsis, and further after getting the approval of the research proposal, you have to do a dissertation work, you have to do a research work as per the proposal, as per the synopsis, and you have to prepare a research report or dissertation report. That dissertation report you are supposed to submit at your concerned regional center, and that will be evaluated. So friends, 2 major things that you have to do in your dissertation course. You have to prepare a research proposal or a synopsis, and you have to prepare the research report. Here also, for the easiness of the learners, you can prepare your research proposal both in English as well as in Hindi, and you can also write your dissertation report both in English as well as in Hindi language. For the program fee, so far as July 2021 session is concerned, total program fee of MA education program is of 18,400. That you have to pay in 2 installments. That means during the time of online admission in first year, you have to pay 9,200, and after completion of first year, when you will take the readmission, that is at the beginning of the second year, then the second installment, that is 9,200, you have to pay during the readmission. So total program fee is of 18,400. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. अभी मैं आपको बताऊंगा एमए एजुकेशन का जो प्रोग्राम फ्रेमवर्क है, प्रोग्राम का जो डिटेल डिजाइन है, डिटेल स्ट्रक्चर है. एमए एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम comprises in 4 groups of courses with differential weightage. Okay, so what are the different 4 groups, and what are the different courses are included in each group, we will discuss. Here you see Group A, that is basic course on education. Group B, you will find certain courses that is under core courses. Group C is the courses on knowledge generation in education. And Group D, that is specialized areas in education. So accordingly, 68 credits courses are distributed among these 4 different groups, starting from the basic course to the specialized areas in education. Okay, basic course, then in Group B, core courses. Group C, that is courses on knowledge generation in education, and Group D is the specialized courses. And further, we will discuss that what are the different courses that is included in each group of MA education program. You see, Group A, that is basic course on education, you will find only one course that is included in Group A. Course code is MES 011 and course title is Understanding Education. This is a 4-credit course, and this course is offered in the first year of this program. So we have already discussed this course and introduction of this course. I have discussed the blocks and the units that are included in this course. So this is a basic course. That means this course will help the concept, the philosophy, and you can say the knowledge base that are addressed in this course will further help you to understand the courses that are included in other groups, that is in Group B, C, and D. Okay, so this is the basic course, and you will find that the basic understanding, basic concept that a master students in the education discipline they're supposed to know. Okay, and further, this course will also help the group of learners who has not studied education as a subject in their graduation level. Okay, so that's why, keeping in consideration of all such things in mind, this course has been designed in Group A. Further, in Group B, you will find 4 courses that is under the core courses. 4 courses are MES 012, that is Education, Nature and Purpose. This is a 6-credit course. Then MES 013, Learning, Learner and Development. This is also a 6-credit course. MES 014, Societal Context of Education, is a 6-credit course. And MES 015, Operational Dimensions of Education. This is also a 6-credit course. So accordingly, in Group B, you will find 4 courses are there, and each course is having 6 credits. So total 24 credits of courses that you have to study under Group B. And friends, I have already discussed in Facebook live session, I have already discussed 5 courses. Okay, one is in Group A and other 4 courses are in Group B. MES 012, 013, 014 and 015. And let me to say that all these Facebook live session video recordings are available in IGNOU MA Education Learners Facebook group. Link, I have already shared the link, and this is also available in IGNOU official Facebook page, and all these video programs are also available in my personal Facebook account, at the same time in my YouTube channel, that is Transforming Education. So you can use any media, you can use Facebook, you can use YouTube, you will find the same video programs. And I will request to all our learners across the country, those are joining with us in this session, that if you have not gone through the recorded video lessons, please go through the video lessons so that you can better understand different components of your program. At the same time, you will find you will understand a different, a detailed understanding about different courses that are included in MA education program. After Group B, next is in Group C, you will find 2 courses are there, and Group C courses are under the courses on knowledge generation in education. That what type of creation, what knowledge creation, what knowledge generation that being a learner of education you are supposed to understand and you are supposed to do, keeping in consideration or keeping in view of the requirement of knowledge and skills so far as the education discipline is concerned. Here you will find that 2 courses are included. One is the course code is MES 016, course title is Educational Research. This is a 6-credit course, and further MESP 001, course title is Dissertation. This is a 10-credit course. So total 16 credit courses that you have to study from this group. Okay, and today we are going to discuss MES 016 educational research, one block of this course that we'll discuss. And further, and this is studied in the first year of MA education program, and in the second year, this dissertation course that you have to study, MESP 001 dissertation. Now let us go forward to know about that. What are the courses that are included in Group D? You see, Group D is the specialized areas in education. You will find here 5 specialized areas are there in MA education program: higher education, distance education, educational management and administration, educational technology, and adult education. And you will find 4 or 5 courses are included in each group. Just like in higher education, 4 courses are there, distance education 5 courses are there, educational management and administration 4 courses are there, educational technology 4 courses are there, and adult education 4 courses are there. So what you have to do as a learner, the learners have to select any one area among the 5 areas and have to study all the courses in that area. Total credit in each area is 24. So what you have to do, 5 area courses are there. So what you have to do, you have to select any one area among these 5 areas. Okay, and all the courses that are included in that area, you have to study all the courses. Just like if you select higher education, you will find 4 courses are there, so you have to study all the 4 courses. And if you include the credits of the courses, so that will be 24. So here 24 credits you have to study. That is from all the courses of one area. You have to choose one area and you have to study all the courses of that area. चलिए आगे बढ़ते हैं. For the courses under specialized areas of education, just like I was talking earlier in the last slide, that 5 specialized areas are there. In higher education, 24 credit courses are there, and these are the 4 courses that you have to study in the second year: MES 101, 102, 103, and 104. Accordingly, in distance education, MES 111, 112, 113, 114, and 115. Accordingly, in educational management and administration, MES 041, 42, 43, and 44 that you have to study. Then educational technology, MES 031, 32, 33, and 34 that you have to study. In adult education, MAE 001, 002, 003, and 004. So what you have to do, you have to select any one area among these 5 areas, and all the courses from that area you have to study. This is all the courses are included in the second year of your program. So today we are going to discuss the most important course of this program that is included in Group C, that is courses on knowledge generation in education. So what are the new creation, what are the new knowledge that being a learner, being a master degree learner, that you are supposed to generate, that you are supposed to create. Okay, so that we will study. The course which is included in Group C, 2 courses are included. One is MES 016 and other is MESP 001, that is dissertation. So here we will discuss the theoretical course MES 016, that is educational research. Okay, this is a 6 credit course, and you have to study this course in first year of this program. And after discussion of this course, so all the first year course I will be completing after completion of MES 016, so far as this Facebook live session is concerned. Here you see MES 016 educational research. This course has been designed in 5 blocks. You will find that 5 different blocks are there in this course, and total 23 units are there. Okay, and as you know, as per our practice, unit is the, you can say, the smaller portion, smaller part of the self-learning material, and few units are included in a block, and a few blocks are included in a course. So course is a, you can say, so far as a program is concerned, course is a large unit, and block is a smaller unit than course, and unit is the smallest portion or smallest unit, you can say. So units are included in a block and blocks are included in a course. So far as MES 016 educational research course is concerned, you will find that the units are designed in 4 different blocks, or the course MES 016 is designed in 5 different blocks. Block 1 title is Perspective of Knowledge, that today we are going to discuss detail about this block. And block 2 is different types of studies in educational research. So for conducting educational research, what are the different types of studies that we supposed to conduct? Okay, so that understanding you will get from this block. And block 3 is research design. Okay, so for conducting a research, what design you supposed to select? Okay, whether it is a survey types of research, whether it is an experimental research, whether it is a type of philosophical research or a type of historical research. So far as the research type is concerned, research method is concerned, the research methodology is concerned, you have to adapt, you have to follow, you have to practice a design. So here in block 3, you will study, you will understand about the detailed process for conducting the study and the specific research design that you're supposed to use for conducting your study. And block 4, the title of block 4 is Data Analysis and Interpretation. And for conducting your dissertation work, for conducting your educational research, how you will collect the data, okay, what techniques you have to use for collecting the data, and further how you have to analyze the data, what techniques, what statistical techniques you have to use for analyze the data. So it may be a qualitative study or it may be a quantitative study. Okay, so how to analyze the data so far as qualitative study is concerned, and how to analyze data so far as quantitative study is concerned. मुझे लगता है आप लोगों को समझ में आ रहा होगा. This course is available. I think you must have received the hard copy of the material, and if you have not received the hard copy of the material, the detailed course material is available in IGNOU portal of Indira Gandhi National Open University. Okay, if you go through IGNOU portal, then you can download 23 units which is included in this course. Okay, so you should study, you should go through detail about the courses, because unless you go through the study materials, you cannot understand that how to conduct the study, okay, how to conduct educational research. So that's why in block 4, you will find that the techniques and methods that are being used for collecting data and analyzing data and interpreting data. Then after getting data, how to analyze it and how to interpret it, okay, to get the findings, to get the result of the study. So that is included in block 4. That understanding you will get from block 4. And block 5, that is research reports and applications. So how to prepare the research report and its implications, okay, its applications or implications. How to discuss the result of your research that you have received, okay. So what is the implications of the study that you have conducted. So accordingly, in these 5 different blocks, the course MES 016 Educational Research is designed, and you will find a detailed understanding about the concept of educational research and how to conduct the educational research, how to prepare a research proposal, at the same time how to write the research report. And the beginning of understanding educational research, it starts from perspective of knowledge. It starts from, you can say, as this is come under the knowledge generation. Okay, come under the category of C, that is courses under knowledge generation in education. So that's why, first of all, you're supposed to understand the context and perspective of knowledge. How to create knowledge. What is the concept of knowledge? What are the different types of knowledge? How to acquire knowledge? What are the different sources that you're supposed to use for acquiring knowledge? And further, that sources or that knowledge base, that techniques will help you for conducting educational research. Unless understanding the very concept of knowledge, it is difficult to create knowledge. So for creating knowledge, what you have to do, first of all, you have to understand the philosophy of knowledge. You have to understand the processes that you're supposed to follow for creating the knowledge. So that's why the discussion, our discussion will start from block 1. So friends, keeping in view of the complexity of this course is concerned, because this course is not only a theoretical course. This is a skill-based course, you can say, and this course will further help you for conducting a research, for conducting a dissertation. So that's why what I have planned, that I will take 5 different Facebook Live sessions. Every block I have to take one session. Okay, in block 1, perspective of knowledge, today I will take a complete session. Then in block 2, different types of studies in educational research. So what are the different types of studies that we conduct in educational research? We'll discuss it in another session. Then in block 3, research design, that also I will discuss in another session. Then accordingly, block 4 and 5 I will take independent sessions. So friends, now let us go forward to discuss the concept and the philosophy, the knowledge base, and the discussions that are being included in block 1. Block 1, that is perspective of knowledge of the course MES 016 educational research. You see, block 1, perspective of knowledge, is designed in 4 different units. Just like you see, the title of different units are like this. Block 1 is introduction to educational research. So here we'll discuss about what is educational research, the concept of educational research. Okay, first we'll discuss what is research, then we'll discuss research in education. Okay, in education, what are the different aspects, what are the different scopes are there for conducting research in education. Then further in unit 2, we'll discuss about the knowledge generation, that is historical perspective 1, and in unit 3, that is knowledge generation historical perspective 2. So here we will be discussing that how knowledge generation takes place, how can we create knowledge, and what are the historical perspectives. That means what are the earlier practices. So what are the different practices that we do for creating knowledge, for generating knowledge. Okay, so that's why this has been discussed in 2 units, in unit 2 and unit 3. Unit 2, that is knowledge generation historical perspective part 1, and unit 3, that is knowledge generation historical perspective part 2. And further in unit 4, we will discuss about approaches to educational research. So what are the different approaches that we use in educational research? Okay, and basing upon the approaches, how we draw the assumptions, scope and limitations for conducting educational studies. So friends, now let us go forward to discuss the first unit of this block. Unit title is Introduction to Educational Research. This is the unit title, and in this unit you will find the major content point that are discussed here, just like first of all knowledge and its types. So you're supposed to understand about what is knowledge. So if I will ask you that what is the concept of knowledge, you will say that knowledge is a type of laws, a type of principles, a type of theories that we use for solving our problem, for solving our difficulties. Okay, that we practice in academic manifestation, in institutional manifestation, which is part of our curriculum or our syllabi, our syllabus, our courses of studies, which is part of in our you can say textbooks that we teach to the students. Or you can say knowledge is also a type of theory, a type of method that we use for you can say solving the difficulties, solving the problems. It may be problems related to different disciplines. It may be related to discipline of physics, discipline of other branches of sciences, discipline of mathematics, social science, and other areas of knowledge. So here in this unit, you will find that we have discussed about first the concept of knowledge, and further we have discussed different types of knowledge. Okay, so far as different types of knowledge is concerned, you will find that in the self-learning material in unit 1, we have discussed about 4 types of knowledge. Okay, so that is declarative knowledge, functioning knowledge, procedural knowledge, and conditional knowledge. You should understand about what is declarative knowledge. So friends, declarative knowledge is highly based upon research. Okay, means when we do a type of research, we adopt you can say certain process, we adopt certain method certain scientific method for reaching at the findings, for reaching at the result. Okay, so it is not like that this is the problem and this is the result. This is the findings. And how to solve the problem. For solving a problem, a definite process you have to adopt. Okay, so that's why that process is called as the research, an entire research or investigation that you have to do. So declarative knowledge, which is highly based upon, you can say, a research. It is a research-based knowledge. So if I will ask you that how to learn or how to teach, कैसे हम पढ़ेंगे और learning होता कैसे है? What are the techniques? What are the strategies that you supposed to follow for learning, for acquiring knowledge? Okay, knowledge acquisition के लिए, knowledge acquire के लिए learning होता कैसे है? So that is possible when we analyze it, when we do a type of research, taking a group of learners. Okay, how they learn and how they acquire knowledge. So that's why if it is a declarative, you can say it is a declarative knowledge, declarative type of knowledge, then we can say how to teach or how to learn. It depends upon the research. It depends upon, you can say, type of experiment. Unless you do experiment, unless you do, you can say, a type of study, taking the learners or taking the teachers, that you cannot say that how learning takes place. Okay, and further, it is also further related with the psychological construct, the psychological theories, the learning theories. Okay, so that's why declarative knowledge is based upon the research. And further, functional knowledge, you can say that functional knowledge is strongly rooted with the declarative knowledge, because functional knowledge means the theoretical knowledge that you will get or the concept and understanding that you will receive from declarative knowledge. Further, that you have to apply it. Functionally, you have to do it, just like a type of action research. So that you have to do functionally, that you have to do in action, that you have to practice. So that's why functional knowledge is strongly rooted with the declarative knowledge. So here also a research base is highly used. And so far as procedural knowledge is concerned, this is also a type of knowledge, but procedural knowledge is not highly rooted with, highly based upon the declarative knowledge or the functional knowledge. In procedural knowledge, what you have to do, in procedural knowledge, you have to develop this skill. So this is, you can say, the psychomotor domain, the development of psychomotor domain of human child. That means development of skill. That is the hands-on activities. So friends, this is called as the graduated skills. The skills and competencies that the learner acquires from a program, from a courses, okay, that the learner is undergoing. So that's why friends, here procedural knowledge is based upon skills and competencies. This is a type of vocational knowledge, you can say. That means the much you involve yourself in observation and doing the things, you can acquire more and more, you can say, procedural knowledge. Means what processes that you have to follow for solving a problem. So that is highly based upon the skills and competencies. And for the conditional knowledge, you can say this is a mixed type of procedural knowledge, at the same time declarative knowledge. That means it is research based, at the same time it is also skill based. So that means both cognitive domain, at the same time psychomotor domain, both types of domains are included in conditional knowledge. So in this unit, you will study about the concept of knowledge, and further you will study about the nature and types of knowledge. And in types of knowledge, we have discussed three types of knowledge that already, 4 types of knowledge that already have discussed. That is declarative, functional, procedural, and conditional knowledge. And further in this course, we have discussed about the sources of knowledge. Okay, so different sources of knowledge that are discussed in this course, just like from where you acquire knowledge. So what are the different sources that you use for acquiring knowledge? So we have discussed past personal experiences. So your experiences is also a source for acquiring knowledge. So friends, being a learner, आप क्या करते हैं? Every day in your family, in your immediate environment, in your society and community, in school, in colleges, in your job field. So you are coming in contact with different people, you are coming in contact with different group, your playmates, okay, with the peers and with the groups, with the teachers, with the colleagues, and you are just observing many things in your physical and social environment also. In physical environment, you might have observed that how things are happening, okay. So here your personal experiences is also one of the source for acquisition of the knowledge, and further the experiences that you are getting today, you will find that those experiences will further help you for acquiring new knowledge, okay, in future. So that's why first of all, the first source of acquiring knowledge is the experiences, and further we can say social customs and traditions. So friends, when you come contact with the society, with the community member, with the society members, so you are coming across the societal practices, different rituals, the values of the society, the practices, the language, the diversities of the society, how people live in a society, what traditions, what practices, what culture they practice. So that's why automatically that you have to you will gain when you come contact with the community, with you can say the members of different group of the society. So that's why that is also another source for acquisition of the knowledge. And further we can say reasoning. Reasoning is also another source. So reasoning is here, we can say that inductive reasoning and the deductive reasoning, okay. So reasoning can be possible in two types, inductive reasoning and deductive reasoning. In inductive reasoning, you can say that the things moves from specific to general. Specific to general means you might have observed that what are the different things which is happening in the society, in this world. You might have observed, हम सब observe करते हैं कि X dies, Y dies, Z dies, A dies. Okay, these are the specific incident, specific happenings. And by observing such specific incidents and specific happenings, what you are saying that men are mortal. Okay, human beings are mortal. It means मनुष्य मरणशील. So how? This is the general concept. So general concept कैसे प्राप्त हुआ? By observing these specific incidents. Okay, so that's why inductive reasoning means here our reasoning, it begins from specific incident and it ends with establishing a general theory. Okay, so that's why reasoning is also another source of knowledge. And in contrary, deductive reasoning, it says that this is from rule. This is from rule to practices. Okay, or we can say this is from general to specific. Okay, human beings are mortal. It means whoever has taken birth in this world will die one day. That's why it is from a formula, or the formula are the principles that has already been developed. And what you have to do by using that principle, using that formula, you will just solve the problem. So this is, it starts from general and it comes to solve the specific problems, for general to specific observation. So this is also another source for acquisition of knowledge. And further, the another source that is, you can say, the scientific method. So friends, in scientific method, what we do, we use the scientific procedure. First of all, we identify a research problem. Then according the research problem, we develop a theoretical construct of that research problem, that what are the different variables are included in that problem. What is the theoretical construct of that variable? And for conducting a study, what processes, what method that you have to follow. Okay, what design you have to follow, what methodology you have to follow. And further, you have to follow that methodology, you have to use that process and design for solving the problem. So friends, research is a very systematic and scientific work. So that's why when you talk about scientific method, it means you have to follow a procedure. Okay, this is not like that haphazardly you can You cannot do a study. Just like in educational research, that procedure you have to study, that design you have to study, that how to conduct the research. Okay, so here, starting from conceptualizing a research problem, then you can say stating the hypothesis, analyzing the review of related literature, then drawing an adequate sample, then collecting preparation of tools, then collecting data, analyzing and interpreting data, then establishing the findings of the study and discussion of the results. So all such things are you do all these things by adopting a definite process, a definite method. So that's why scientific method is also another source of knowledge. And further, we have discussed in this unit about the purpose of research. So why do we conduct research in education? Here you see in this unit you will find that a certain aspect that is included for understanding the purposes of the research. हम research क्यों करेंगे? So what are our aim? What are our objective? What are our purpose? Our purpose is first generation of knowledge. You have to create, you have to generate the knowledge. Okay. Many knowledge has been created earlier, but further you have to create knowledge. So knowledge generation, by conducting a research, you have to reach at new knowledge. You have to create new knowledge. So this is one purpose. And second purpose is solving problems. So many problems are there. Okay, this problem may be related to teaching learning process, problem may be related to pedagogy, problem may be related to school administration, problem may be related to guidance and counseling to the students, problem may be related to you can say differently able child. So friends, here solving educational problem is also another purpose for conducting educational research. And further, we can say action in specific situations. At specific situations, so what actions that you have to employ, you have to take. So that's why we do many a time action research. Means identifying a problem. First of all, we have to identify the problem. We have to identify different factors or the causes of that problem. Then we have to do certain remediation. Okay, and we have to solve that problem. So that's why action in specific situation, that what action is required. If a child is not performing well, so what are the problem? You have to identify the problem. Then accordingly, you have to provide the child the adequate measure. So that's why this is also another purpose. Then for the training of future researchers. So this is also another purpose, that you have to provide training to the researcher. Through educational research, you will find that when the learners will come across different important aspects for conducting research, they will acquaint themselves that how to conduct educational research. Okay, how to deal different aspects, how to understand different aspects, and accordingly how to do the things. So here, training of future researchers means the novices, those are newly inducted to the system or to the discipline of education. So far as conducting a research, this is also another purpose, that they will understand that what is research and how to conduct research. This is also another purpose of research. And further, another important aspect which is included in this block, that is what is educational research and what we are supposed to do by conducting educational research. So friends, in educational research, mostly what we will be doing, we will be identifying one educational problem. Okay, that problem may be related to school, may be related to our teaching learning system, may be related to difficulties of the learners, may be related to difficulties of the teachers, may be related to different pedagogy practices of, or you can say pedagogy of mathematics, pedagogy of science, pedagogy of social sciences. Okay, so that's why in educational research, you have to understand that the very concept of the problems, what type of problems that you're supposed to select for conducting a study in education, for conducting a research study in education. So the problem will be related to the education system, related to management of the school, related to teachers' behavior, related to teachers or the administrators' leadership role, or you can say value education, peace education. It may be related to community, because community is also one of the stakeholder of education. It may be related to parents, it may be related to local government. Okay, so friends, when we talk about what is educational research, it means the problems that we face in the system of education, that how to identify that problem, then accordingly how to conduct a study, okay, by adopting a definite process, a definite method, a definite technique. And further, so far as scope of scope of educational research is concerned, but beforehand, let me to say that when we discuss about what is educational research, so here two types of things that we focus. One is the conducting research in positivist approach, by adopting the positivist approach, or by conducting educational research by using or by following the non-positivist, or that is also called as by using the humanistic approach. Okay, in positivist approach, which is highly based upon the quantitative data, okay, which is objectivity in nature. Okay, so here you will find the study which is conducted in different science disciplines. You can say physics, you can say mathematics. So mostly the studies are experimental, a type of experimental research. Okay, so here what you have to do, that is a type of positivist study. So here the quantitative data you will get, and you have to analyze the quantitative data. And in education, positivist approach study that you will be doing, at the same time you have to do the qualitative study also, which is called as the non-positivist or humanistic approach study. That means you have to observe the phenomena, you have to come contact with the group, with the subject, and being a part of the population, you have to observe it, being a participant observation, and you have to interact with them also. So this is nothing to do with the quantity. So you have to understand the process aspect, that how the things are happening, how the things are developing. Okay, so you have to observe it. You have to interview the subject, or personally you have to observe it. So that's why this is also come under this under educational research. So to understand educational research, you have to understand the use of positivist approach in educational research, or positivist paradigm in educational research. At the same time, the non-positivist paradigm or the non-positivist approach, which is called as the humanistic approach, use of humanistic approach in educational research. And further, so far as the scope of educational research is concerned, the scope of educational research is very vast. Just like here, you can say the scope of educational research is further classified by levels of education. At different levels of education, you can conduct your study. Just like you can set school education, you can conduct a study. At higher education level, you can conduct your study. At the same time, in school education, different levels of school education also, different stages of school education also. As per NEP 2020, National Education Policy 2020, you will find that different levels of school education, that is 5+3+3+4 system of education, 5 years of foundational stage of education, then 3 years of preparatory stage of education, and further 3 years of middle school education, and further 4 years of secondary education. So here, being a researcher in education, so what you will be doing, it's come under the scope of educational research, that you have to do your study, you have to conduct your study in any one level. Okay, if it is a school level, then specific stages of school level that you have to select. And in higher education, you can also conduct a study. In professional education, you can conduct a study. In teacher education, you can conduct a study. Okay, in agricultural education, in medical education, you can also conduct your study. So friends, at different level, you can also conduct your study. And at the same time, the other scope of conducting educational research, that is on the basis of classification by research methods used. That what are the different methods that we use for conducting our study. So friends, 4 types of research methods that we use. Further, when we will be discussing block 3 and 4, we will be discussing in detail about the research methods. But here I am just telling you that you will be using different methods for conducting educational research. Okay, so here you can conduct a study by using the experimental method. You can conduct a study by using the philosophical method to know the vision, to know the ideas, to know the ideology of the educationist or a philosopher. And you can also conduct a historical study to know the chronology, to know the development, okay, to know chronological development, you can say, or to understand, as an example, to understand the development of education or the development of educational system in India. So how do? You have to conduct a study. You have to conduct a study to know its development, to know its history, starting from you can say starting from the ancient system of education. What was the education system was prevailing at the ancient system of education, at the ancient period of education, okay, at the Buddhist system of education, at the Vedic time, then at the medieval time, then at the modern time. So all such things that you have to do. So that's why by using different method of study is also another scope for conducting educational research. Okay, philosophical study, philosophical method you can use, historical method you can use, survey method also you can use. Okay, descriptive survey method you can use, correlational study you can also use, and at the same time you can also use experimental method. Okay, basing upon the positivist paradigm of conducting research, positivist approach for conducting research, that also you can do. And further, we have also discussed here in this unit about the types of studies in educational research. So what are the different types of studies that we do in educational research? In introduction of educational research, that is also included. So here you will find that 2 types of research we do. One is the quantitative study and other is the qualitative study. And presently, we are also doing the 3rd types of research that's called as a mixed method research. That includes both quantitative aspect at the same time qualitative aspect for conducting educational research. Okay, and so far as quantitative studies are concerned, which is highly based upon the positivist paradigm or the positivist approach, which is a type of experimental research or a type of quasi-experimental research or a type of correlational research. If you want to know the effectiveness of something, effectiveness of a particular method, of a particular technique, just like presently we are using the MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses. Okay, so how effectiveness of MOOC so far as our traditional teaching learning system is concerned, so far as our conventional system of teaching is concerned. So here what you have to do, you have to take 2 groups of learners, and to one group you have to teach by using the traditional approach, and to other group you have to teach by using the MOOC, Massive Open Online Courses. Okay, and the treatment will be same, content will be same. Then after completion of your treatment, then you have to take a test that's called as a post test. Okay, and you have to compare the result of the test, and beforehand you can also take a pre-test also. Okay, so you can just find out the difference between pre-test score and post-test score, and you can also find out difference between pre-test scores of conventional group with the experimental group and post-test scores of the conventional group and the experimental group. So in this way, you can also conduct a type of experimental study, and you can also conduct a correlational study if more than 2 variables that you have engaged, you have included in your study. And if you want to know the correlations, the relationship between or the association between 2 variables, let achievement with intelligence, achievement with self-concept, okay, achievement with aptitude, intelligence with aptitude, intelligence with achievement. So friends, all such things that you can do in a correlational study. You can take 2 variables, select a group of learners, then conduct the test, get the score, and you can compare it. You can correlate it by using the correlation statistical technique. So far as the positivist paradigm is concerned, you will find that the data that you will get quantitative in nature. So that's why that's come under the quantitative research. And further, in qualitative research, this is also another important types of educational research. In qualitative research, you will find that many, which is based upon the humanistic paradigm, different types of studies that you can conduct, a certain type of studies that you can conduct. You have to go to the field, you have to observe the things, how it is happening. And further, you can also conduct a type of case study. You can select a case, maybe an institute, maybe a person with importance, and you can conduct a study. You can conduct a detailed study of that case. Then further, documentary analysis also you can do. Developmental study also you can do, to know to know the process aspect, that how the things are happening, how the things are growing, how the things are developing, how grooming is taking place. So unless doing a qualitative research, you cannot do it. You have to observe it, and you have to do a type of focus group discussion, okay, participant observation that you have to do. And for the ethnographic studies also that you have to do ethnographic study, okay. So here it may be a cross-sectional study, or it may be a longitudinal study. And longitudinal study, it means for long time you have to observe that how the things are changing, how the things are happening. You have to understand the development of the phenomena. At the same time, in cross-sectional study, at the same time you can also take different parallel groups, and you can study that at the same time how the things are happening. You can also compare different sections, okay. So all are coming under the ethnographic study. And at the same time, historical study and philosophical study, I have already discussed, that is also come under the qualitative study. So friends, under the type of studies in educational research, it is two types. That is, one is the positivist paradigm, and other is the non-positivist or humanistic paradigm. Positivist paradigm is quantitative in nature, and humanistic paradigm, that is in qualitative nature. So according the positivist and non-positivist or the humanistic paradigm, you will find that the methods are different, types of research are different. Further, you will study detail about this paradigm in your block 3 and 4 of this course. Let us go forward to second unit. Yes, friend. In second unit, the title of second unit is Knowledge Generation Historical Perspective 1. You'll find that in this unit we have discussed about that how knowledge generate, how we acquire knowledge, what are the different sources that we follow. Historical means that we practice in our community, in our society, okay, in our family, okay. So here you see the sources of knowledge, different sources that we follow for acquiring knowledge. That is, first of all, life experiences. Our life experiences means the experiences that we gain in our daily engagement, in our engagement at family, in our engagement in the society and the community, in our physical environment, in school, in our job field, with the colleagues, with different people coming from different background, different diversity, okay. So that is also our experiences, it works very importantly for gaining knowledge. This is a source of knowledge. Then further is the authority. Authority means here being a learner, being a student. So what you are doing, you are just following your teacher, okay. आपका टीचर जो बोलते हैं आप वो करते हैं. So that's why authority में भी जब आप छोटे थे पेरेंट्स जो बोलते थे वही आप करते थे, बड़े हुए स्कूल को गए टीचर को आप फॉलो किए, ठीक है. So that's why it may be the teachers, it may be the parents, it may be the senior members in the family or the community, means from where you are learning certain things, you are gaining new knowledge, okay. So that's why they are called as the authority. Then further, customs and traditions. I have already said that when we come contact with our customs, our cultures, our traditions, our way of living, our languages, okay, our rituals, our values, our morals, we learn many things, and further automatically we practice all such things. So that is also another source of knowledge, and automatically it happens. Many a time the seniors they learn, they teach us, they make us groom, but at the same time, by observing the happenings in different situations, we also learn many things. Then for the reasoning, I have already discussed the deductive reasoning and the inductive reasoning. So our analytical skill, our reasoning, it may be inductively or it may be deductively, we employ both inductive and deductive reasoning for understanding knowledge, at the same time for expressing it also, for accepting the things also. So that's why these are the certain sources that are being discussed in this unit. And in this unit, you will also find that another important content point is there, that is scientific method. So friends, we also use scientific methods for generating knowledge, at the same time for testing and verifying knowledge. So when we talk about science, it means we are engaging ourselves for generating a new thing. At the same time, after generating it, further we verify whether it works properly or not. We test it, we verify it, we just validate it. Okay, and no knowledge is permanent. So today the knowledge that we are practicing, tomorrow because of the research, many new knowledges may come. Okay, the theories and the principles that we are practicing today, you will find that tomorrow new theories and principles may come. So that's why, friends, scientific methods are being adopted. We adopt scientific methods for conducting a research, and ultimately when we conduct a research, means our aim is to generate certain new knowledge, to create certain new knowledge. And in a scientific method, I have already said that starting for identifying a research problem, we proceed step by step by following certain procedures, certain dedicated procedures, certain established procedure. Okay, means we have to fix up our purpose and objectives. We have to state the hypothesis, and further, as per the hypothesis, we have to prepare the tools. We have to collect data. We have to do the experiment. We have to adopt the process we have to adopt a research design for conducting the study, and further we have to analyze the data that we will receive. We have to interpret it, and we will reach, and we have to reach at the findings. So friends, a detailed scientific method that you have to adopt for conducting a study, and ultimately for creating new knowledge or for generating new knowledge. So all such things are discussed in Unit 2. And further in Unit 3, we have discussed about knowledge generation historical perspective part 2. So here mostly we have discussed about the positivist paradigm. I have already said that positivist paradigm focuses upon the quantitative aspect of the research, quantitative aspect of the data. Okay, when the data that you get in terms of number and frequencies, and the data that you are getting in terms of number and frequencies, so further what you are doing, you are just by adopting certain by using certain statistical techniques, you just analyze the data, analyze the quantitative data. Okay, so positivist paradigm type of study is highly used in education, and just I was talking earlier, it may be a type of experimental research or a quasi-experimental research, or it may be a type of correlational study. So all types of studies that we do in education for generating knowledge, for creating knowledge. Okay, and further, emergence of field of methods just like case study method, projective techniques, and anecdotal record. So this is also another, you can say, another technique and methods that we follow for generating knowledge. Okay, just like here, case study. So we identify a case just like an institution, just like a person, an important case. Let a special child, that how the child is doing his or her work. Okay, and at the same time, an institution, more than a century of an institution, you can also conduct a case study of that. Okay, so that is also by conducting a case study, you can also generate certain knowledge. And for the projective technique, so many a time you might have observed that collecting data is not possible by asking something or by giving a questionnaire. Rather, in projective technique, you can engage. If you are not getting objective data, you can engage the learners, you can engage the subject in doing certain things. Okay, so just like a sentence completion, or by depicting a picture, you can ask them, the picture looks like what. Okay, so certain techniques are there, certain projective techniques are there when you study personality as a variable. In educational psychology, you will find that how projective and non-projective techniques are used to study the personality of the individual, to personality of the child. Okay, so that technique also you can use. At the same time, anecdotal record. That means how development takes place. A child enters in class 1 until completion of class 10th. What is his or her anecdotal record? What is the performance of the first class, then second class, then third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, accordingly 10th. So here, this is not all about the academic record. Rather, with the academic record, the interest, the aptitude of the learners, the creativity of the learners, physical aspect or the physical parameter of the learners, emotion of the learners, social attitude of the learners. So all such things, habits of the learners, all such things will be recorded. So that is a type of the anecdotal record, means the continuous development, a record of continuous development of a child. Okay, so that also we can do. We can say that these are the field method. By engaging ourselves with the subject, we can conduct such things. Then review of concept and construct. So what we can do, I have already said that no theory, no method is permanent. Okay, the theories and the methods, the concept, the laws that has been developed and that we are practicing, you will find that that may be changed because of the research. Okay, so that may be modified. And here, so that's why one, for generating knowledge, for creating knowledge, review of concept and construct is important. Construct means your theoretical construct, to review the theoretical construct, to analyze the theoretical construct, whether it is happening properly or certain other things are there or certain new things can be done. Okay, so that, and further you can also review the concept, whether the concept is a right concept or anything new can be added with that concept, or that can be created in a new form. So that also you can do. So here knowledge generation means the review of concept and constructs. Construct is also come under this unit. That also helps for creating or generating new knowledge. And further, varied studies in education, just like relationship studies, developmental studies, and understanding studies. So friends, I have already said that we use positivist paradigm and non-positivist paradigm. So here, so far as relationship studies is concerned, that we practice in education, it's a type of positivist paradigm studies. And so far as developmental and understanding studies are concerned, you will find that here we are just talking about, we are just providing a space, providing scope for conducting non-positivist paradigm types of research. Okay, so here it deals a type of qualitative research. So here what we are doing, we are just being a part of the subject, part of the situation. We observe the situation, we interview the subject, and we do a type of focus group discussion. We do a type of in-depth, we take in-depth interview with the learners. Okay, so that's why we understand, we develop a type of understand that how the things are happening. We observe the process, okay, the developmental process. This is not only certain quantitative data is there and just to use certain statistics and find out the correlationship or any difference between two groups. Okay, so that is also that we follow, that we use for generating knowledge. And further studies in education, you will find that we practice combination of perspectives. जो perspectives हम use करते हैं in education, we just combine different perspectives, just like in a mixed method research. What we do in a mixed method research? In a mixed method research, we just combine the positivist approach or the positivist paradigm, at the same time the humanistic paradigm, the non-positivist paradigm. दोनों को साथ में लेकर हम चलते हैं. But many a time, keeping in consideration of the nature of the problem, it is not at all possible to conduct this study only in positivist paradigm. Okay, only by conducting a quantitative study. And many a time, after conducting the quantitative study, we also try to find out that certain qualitative aspect of it, how the things are happening, to understand the depthness of the phenomena. So for that, what you have to do, you can do a mixed method types of research. Okay, so here the perspectives will be different, the methods will be different, the approaches will be different, and the research process and design will be different, because you are providing space for both type of research, both positivist and non-positivist. Okay, you will get quantity, and then after taking few units of your study, you are just entering deeper into it for understanding the development of it, for understanding the process that is aligned, process that is inbuilt for development of certain aspect, for development of certain phenomena. So that is there in this unit. So friends, in unit 2 and 3, you will find that very beautifully knowledge generation, its historical perspective, part 1 and part 2 are discussed. And further, in unit 4, you see the unit title is Approaches to Educational Research, its Assumption, Scope and Limitation. So here, first of all, we have discussed about the nature of educational phenomena. In educational phenomena, what is the nature of it? You will find that some things are very objective in nature and some aspects are subjective in nature. Objective in nature means which is verifiable, which is testable, which is quantitative in nature, and many a time, repeatedly, if you will verify it, if you will experiment it, if you will test it, you will find the same result. But the nature of educational phenomena is not always objective. Rather, you will find that many a time the nature is subjective, because here human mind is associated with it. Human mind is involved in it. So far as teaching learning process is concerned, you see, we use certain principles, we use certain theories. It may be the theories developed in psychology that we practice in education, as education is called as a practice branch of psychology. So here you will find that the phenomena that we are doing, many a time it is not possible only to do it quantitatively, only to verify it objectively. Rather, many subjective aspect is also there. Okay, so that's why we have to understand those subjective aspects. So that's why there is the scope for the humanistic applying humanistic approach. So that's why approaches to educational research, so far as the nature of educational phenomenon is concerned, so it deals two types of phenomena, both humanistic and your positivist phenomena, and that is called as the quantitative or the objective phenomena and the qualitative or the subjective phenomena. Then further in this unit, you will find that discussion is also included, that is conceptions of viewing reality. What is the reality? How to know that it is reality? Our observations, whatever we observe in the physical world, we observe or we consider that these are the real things. But without our knowledge, many things are also happening. Okay, so here we should get a clear concept about the reality, whether all realities are objective. So these are the certain questions. Being a researcher, certain questions, always certain questions, it should come to your mind. So here we have also discussed under the conceptions of viewing reality, we have discussed the objective and subjective views of reality. So what is the objective view of reality? Means day and night. Okay, we observe that every day there is day and night, sunrises and sunsets, that also we observe. The physical environment, trees, you can say rocks and other things that we observe in our society, in our physical environment. So we can say that this is the objective reality. But so far as human development is concerned, you cannot say that this is the objective reality, because every human being is having their own attribute, is having their you can say, own concept of living, having their own ideas and ideologies, having their own vision, having their own attitude, own intelligence, own aptitude, own skills. So that's why that may not be possible, which is individual differences are there, which is possible with one individual, that may not be possible with other individual. So how can you say that it is uniformity is there among the individual, among the population? So many differences are there. And many a time understanding these differences is also very difficult, because it is very subjective. It is very much subjective in nature. Okay, and studying human mind is also very difficult. Okay, so far as the three states of mind, that's called as the id, ego, and super ego. Aham, idam, aham, and abang param aham. Id, ego, and super ego. Conscious, unconscious, and subconscious. So how to understand and how to study, how to measure the id, ego, and super ego state of mind, the unconscious, subconscious, and conscious state of mind. So that is also quite subjective in nature. So reality cannot be observed or cannot be studied always objectively. Rather, subjectivity is also there. So here, when you are involving yourself in educational research, you are just also, you are undergoing with two types of reality. One is the objective reality and other is the subjective reality. And further, we have also discussed about the nature of reality. Reality ka prakriti kya hai? Reality, how it is changing. You will find that the theories that we have developed, that's not a permanent theory. That theory may be changed. That theory may be modified. That theory may be at another time you will find that a new theory may come. So that's why nature of reality is different. You cannot say that something is absolute so far as nature of reality is concerned. It may be objective so far as the physical world is concerned, and it may be subjective. And further, the nature of knowledge and knowing, that what is the nature of knowledge and what is the nature of knowing, how we learn. Okay. So, so far as pedagogy is concerned, it is science of learning. So learning is an art as well as a science. So that's why we have to understand that the nature of knowing, how we know, how we understand, how we gather more knowledge. And further, the nature of human agency, as I was talking earlier, to understand different attributes of the human is different. There is individual differences. So that is also the nature of human agency. When we study, that may not be possible objectively. So that's why both the paradigm or both the conceptions for viewing the reality is required. That is objective reality, at the same time subjective reality. Then for the limitation of approaches, every approach is having its own limitation. So far as, if I will say about the quantitative approach or the positivist approach or the positivist paradigm, here only you can analyze the things, understand the things in terms of quantity. But here you are not providing a space to understand the things. You are not providing space to understand the thing by intense, and you are not getting intense result because you are not understanding the process, how the things are happening. Okay, and when you are doing a non-positivist paradigm type of research or using a qualitative approach, here also you are neglecting equally, you are neglecting the quantitative approach, and it takes time, it takes long time also. Okay, so many a time in a longitudinal study, it may take in a longitudinal study, it may take years together, decades together for conducting a study. So that's why, friends, limitations of both positivist and non-positivist, both objective reality and subjective reality is there. So that's why nothing is absolute. Rather, everything, so far as educational research is concerned, it is relative in nature. Okay, so many things can be changed. So friends, today we discussed about 4 different units that is included in block 1, that is perspective of knowledge of your 6th course of MA education program, that is MES 016 educational research. And in our next session, we will study about the other blocks. So I will take one Facebook live session for another 4 blocks, block 2, 3, 4 and 5 4 and 5. And so far as program transaction is there, let me to say that how you transact this program, you must have received your self-learning material. We provide self-learning material to the learners. It is available in IGNOU course, and counseling sessions also we conduct at the study center and at the regional center level. And at the same time, presently by using the social media regularly, I am also taking the Facebook live sessions to provide certain support to facilitate the learners. Then so far as evaluation is concerned, 30% weightage is given to assignment and 70% weightage is given to term and examination of this program. And regular TC IELTS program we conduct, and induction program is also conducted by your concerned study center and regional center. So friends, for further queries, you may write a mail to me, niradhar@ignou.ac.in. You can make me a telephone call. My intercom is 2994. You can also visit my my Facebook account, my YouTube channel, at the same time my Twitter handle. You will find my Twitter handle. You will find more than 250 video lessons are there basing upon your MA education program, and at the same time you will also find many video lessons on other issues of education, other themes of education. So in next session we will discuss the second block of your course MES 016 Educational Research. Thank you.